Hey, good morning, my friends. This is MLive Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregrossa. We have winter storm warnings and a fairly large area of winter weather advisories for lower Michigan. The winter storm warnings now in effect for the far western part of the UP up to, are you seated? Western UP up to 14 inches of snow, and in western lower up to 5 inches of snow by Saturday, and we all get in on some snowfall. So let's get to it and take a look at what's going on. Here's the map showing where the winter storm warning is and where the winter weather advisory is. First off, this is a winter weather advisory. National Weather Service Grand Rapids saying total snowfall by noon Saturday. Hey, good morning, Alto. Total snowfall by noon Saturday, 3 to 5 inches. I'd say there will be some melting, so I would expect the lower end of that spectrum here, 3 inches, and maybe 5 inches. Then we go up to the UP. This is where the winter storm warning is in effect, and I heard from some folks that have football games or maybe basketball games, some sort of sporting events, driving from lower up to Ishpeming, and you'll be in the heavy snow, although not in the official winter storm warning. That's where up to 14 inches of snow could fall. Okay, so let's get to it for today. Today is okay. There's dry conditions across the southern 2/3 of lower. Starting to see some spotty lake effect snow up north, but this is going to break down because of the storm approaching. It'll change all of the wind flow or so. Okay, so here's our radar forecast today. Someone already wants a snow day. No, because it will be, well, it'll start by Friday morning. So let's go through this. It's already Thursday, isn't it, folks? Okay, so this is our Thursday radar forecast during the day today. So you could see no travel problems. Most areas, maybe some snow up across the western part of the UP. Ah, yes, hockey game. That's what it was. Okay. All right, so we are into tonight, this evening, and again, no issues whatsoever. Now we get to, let's see, we're at 1 o'clock tonight and still dry conditions. We get to 6 o'clock tomorrow morning. Snow starting in the southwest corner. Yes, Brian Pocorni. The El Nino pattern, I've talked about this, I've updated that for you. El Nino pattern, and I got to go off just a touch on you here. El Nino pattern, that was expected. We talked about that a month or two ago, and now the update on that is the El Nino is developing, but not expected to be moderate to strong. It's going to be a weak El Nino, and it's got to get to that moderate to strong to start to influence our weather. The Weather Service still has that built into the winter forecast, but from what I found with some other meteorologists in the state is that a weak El Nino doesn't really have any effect on Michigan's weather. Almost even a tiny bit of a cold signal, although there have only been a few of them since 1950. The strong ones give you the warmth. So it's El Nino is probably not going to be a factor this winter. Okay, so we continue to go. We are into 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. So where do we have snow in morning rush hour? A lot of places. Okay, so even Detroit and Ann Arbor. Now, I will admit that the first part's probably going to be snow acting like rain. Okay, so, and then we have the snow, and then back up to the north and west. So we go through the day on Friday. We're at noon here, and it's snow, and it's snow, and it's snow. Like I told you before, this is a storm pattern that would generally be all snow. Again, the issue here is that the temperatures will be about 33, 34, 35 degrees. Roads are still pretty warm. Hey, you're welcome, Brian. I know it's hard to stay updated all the time. The roads are going to be pretty warm, so I think that we're looking at some melting. I know I have a tripod, but I find that I can zoom in a little bit better on this. I have actually one of those gimbals. So let's get back to it, okay? So here we go. So we're into Friday noon, Friday afternoon, still snowing. Starting to get colder too because the storm is moving off to the east. And then here comes one of those what I call lake-induced mesovortexes. And that's a swirling batch of a small-scale storm system. So as the snow ends in southeast lower Friday evening, another burst of it comes through northwest and western lower, and we're into Saturday morning, things quieting down except for some true lake effect snow by the time we get to Saturday. All right, here we go. And again, thanks for watching. This is the MLive morning weather update with Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregrossa. We do it every morning right about this time, 8:20 to 8:35. And please hit the share button because here we go with the snowfall totals on this. Yes, snow acting like rain. That's what I mean by that is it'll be snowing, but when it hits the ground, it will have a good tendency to melt for a while. All right, so this is the total snowfall through Friday, 7 a.m. Light amounts because it's just starting. Maybe the western fringes, maybe an inch, but otherwise a dusting up across the UP, several inches. Now we're Friday noon. The snow's starting to add up 1 or 2 or 3 inches. Also in the Irish Hills and just north of the Detroit area where it's a little bit higher, a little bit colder. Now we're into Friday night. This is a good solid 2 to 4 incher. I'd take an inch off of that for melting. Look at the UP, up to 10 inches already by Friday night. By Saturday morning, it's pretty well done in the southeast. We'll call it a 1 to 3 inch snow. Call the west side of the state a 2 to 4 inch, maybe some 5s, maybe some 6s up around the Gaylord area. And look at the UP, maybe some 10 to 12 to 14 inch amounts across the western part of the UP. So this map should give you a real good feel. Far southeast, the least amount because you'll have the rain, the snow acting like rain longest. You get to Oakland County, 2 or 3 inches, and Flint, and I'd even say the Saginaw Bay area, 1, 2, maybe 3 inches. You get over to Grand Rapids, you're talking, I don't know about 6. I think there'll be some melting there, so you're probably 3, 4 by the time it's all said and done. You know, maybe some places are 5 or 6. 6. Point being is, didn't I tell you this is a widespread? No, this isn't just a little hit or miss. Wow, I drove by a patch that had an inch or 2 on the ground. This is an everyone snow. Everyone. So there you have it. We're going to keep you updated big time here on MLive. I guess the main things are widespread snow, first winter driving event tomorrow. Give yourself extra time. Take your route that keeps you away from all of the road idiots. You know what I'm talking about. You've got that route where you say, I'm just going to leave about a half hour earlier, okay? Now, again, I think the roads early will melt, but at some point, if the snow starts to come down heavier and it's 33, then the snow will start to stick on the roads. And the good thing is the roads will still have heat, so once the snow stops Friday night, southern lower, the snow will probably melt off the pavement because it'll be radiating that heat out. So there you have it. Get ready for our first blast of winter. This is MLive Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregrossa. Stay updated with us for the next 24 to 36 hours. Remember, I beg of you, please do that. Snow forecasts do change, can change, probably will change some tweaks. So give us a chance to keep you updated. All right? Take care.